When you join a group, they typically have qualifications, right? Well, one day long ago, we had a newbie who had to go through all of our trials. One day while being outside, we just finished a game of playing cops and robbers, which is not the same as your typical cops and robbers. I'll probably have a video for this another time. But we came back to my friend's garage and this kid was just staring at us. We looked at him, he looked at us, we looked back at him. But I mean, you gotta think, if you had a random kid in your garage, how would you act? Okay, let me rewind for a little more context. A group of us in the neighborhood became friends and we all hung out. So we ran the neighborhood, but not like a gang or whatever. Not like a business or anything else you could think of, but we ran it. Let you keep this in mind though. We were in the 4th grade, so we felt like we were on top of the industry. Because screw 8th graders, am I right? Anyway, one of our friends decided he wasn't going to hang out with us anymore because he was a 6th grader now. But, you know, that really isn't important, so back to the story. Anyway, back to this kid. So he explained to us he wanted to hang out with us because his fam just moved in, and he was just trying to make friends. So we were standing there nodding in respect as he infiltrated our base of operations and announced he wanted to run with the wolves and not the sheep, which were bold words. But I have to give it to him, he had guts. But we wanted to make sure it wasn't all bluff, so we created a couple of trials for him. We asked for his name and was he ready to do our trials to join our group. And he told us our name, and for other purposes we'll call him Dennis. And let me tell you, Dennis was the real deal. I mean, he was like 3 or 4 years younger than us, but he kept up with us the ways we wouldn't even expect. Now, one of the trials we had was to climb a fence, which you're all probably saying, really? A fence? I could probably do that.
Shut up!
We were 9. That was an accomplishment. And the fence was probably about 3 to 4 feet tall. Nowadays, that isn't that much, but back in the day, that was something. And Dennis flew over that fence. He didn't have any problems, like we didn't have any problems. And we all looked at each other discussing. And after a little talk, we looked at him, and then we said, now for fun purposes, pause the video and put in the comments on what you think we did. What did we say? Or, I mean, if you just want to be boring and don't care, just keep watching. So we welcomed him to the Brotherhood. And as we were doing so, his older brother rolled up looking for him. Now, Dennis' older brother was our age, so he came over and we talked a bit about the trials because he saw his brother clear a fence. And he wanted to join in too. We tried to get him to do the trial as well, but he was just as big as us and he wasn't really feeling it, so we couldn't really force him to do anything. But yep, that day our brotherhood grew, which made playing games in the neighborhood way more fun. And we all went to the same school that fall, so having each other's back during that was a blessing, really. That's the beginning of the end of this adventure. I got tons more about us, us fighting or whatever else. If you want to hear those stories, put in the comments section, let your boy know. Oh, and like, share, and subscribe, man. It would mean the world to me. And hey, drop a comment too. I do read them. But I'll see y'all next week. Stay smooth. Peace.